Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my eyeshadow palette collection for the year 2018. Now if you guys have been following me ever since I started my YouTube channel, you guys will know that I do have an eyeshadow palette collection for the year 2016 and 2017. So today is just going to be kind of like a part 3 and a continuation of what other palettes I've added to my collection since then. Some of them I do like more than others, and there's some that were limited edition. Sadly, you can't really get your hands on them anymore. And I'll also link the other 2 videos if you guys are interested down below. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this video. The first one that I have here is the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. You do get a lot of pinks, oranges, browns, mauve shades, and I really do like this palette. I'm very happy I have it in my collection. I should probably start using it a lot more. The next palette I have here is probably one of my favorite palettes, and it's the Morphe 3502. You get a lot of warm tones, you get a lot of browns, some red, some oranges, you get a black here. This is just a gorgeous palette. And usually when I do reach for this palette, I reach for the reds. I mean, you have to. I have the Melissa Michelle and Ulta Beauty palette. Now, I love watching Melissa on YouTube. If you don't watch her, you should. I love her videos, and obviously I had to support her palette when she came out with this one. Now, this is her first palette that she came out with. I know she came out with another one. I just haven't been able to get my hands on it. This is actually a very pretty palette. It was only $20. This was limited edition, so I don't think you could get your hands on this one anymore. But the shimmer shades are very pigmented. They're so buttery and soft, and the mattes also blend very nicely. They're not muddy nor they get patchy, so I kind of like that. And you also get a full-size highlighter in here, and you also get a blush down here, which is a very pretty, like, everyday mauve blush. And this also came with the lipstick. I just don't have the lipstick here. So the next palette I have here, I don't know if this is limited edition or if it's still available. I'm not really sure, but it's the BH Cosmetics and Carli Byble palette. And I think in my 2016 video, I included the first palette she ever came out with. This is like her deluxe edition, where she included, I think, a few more eyeshadows and a few more highlighters. And I actually like this one better than the first one, probably because of the quality. I feel like the quality in this one is way better than the first one. If you guys can see, it's like the layout is marble, and I'm obsessed with marble. And then you get some very pretty shades for the crease. You get another one to set your primer with. Some very gorgeous purples. What I also like about this palette is that the highlighters last the whole day on your cheeks. Next, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette, and I love this palette. It's one of my favorites actually from my collection. I just love the colors in here. They're very, very unique, and this palette really makes me step out of my comfort zone, just because you get this beautiful, like, neon yellow shade. You get this pearly white, like, iridescent shadow. You get this gunmetal, like, purpley gray. You also get like an emerald green, a very beautiful navy blue. You also get a brown and a black, so that's kind of good to add some definition to your eye look. And I think this was limited edition, I'm not really sure. Next palette I have here is a Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. These are the shades here. I have played quite a few times with this palette, and I absolutely love it. The colors are very pretty. All of the mattes blend beautifully. They're not patchy. The shimmer shades look beautiful, wet or dry. I prefer wetting them though, because you just get that more metallic-y finish. If you guys already own it, you know how good this palette is. Some beautiful, like, teals, purples, pinks, oranges, browns, kind of like magentas, burgundy shades. The only thing I wish that this palette did have was a matte, kind of like a matte creamy shade to set your eyeshadow primer with, because this one doesn't really have it. It has only these 2 right here. I have the Morphe 24G Grand Glam palette, and this is one of those palettes that I kind of wish I could have returned, because I honestly don't reach for it a lot. I mean, the pans are huge, really, really huge. I remember I was doing my makeup and it was just kind of like laying like this on my vanity, and my husband passed by and he's like, damn, those are some big ass eyeshadows. And it just made me laugh because you do get a lot of product compared to like other eyeshadows. When I do reach for it, I just use kind of like these pink shades here. I don't know if you guys can see, but some of the shades are more used than the others. It's a very pretty palette. I love the packaging. I just don't reach. The next palette I have here is the Kylie Cosmetics Royal Peach palette, and this is just how it looks. This is another palette that I don't reach for as often anymore. I could go back and not get it. I probably would, just because I have other better eyeshadows in my collection. For example, like this blue shade I think is in the Jaclyn Hill palette. I think the only shade I think that I kind of don't have, at least I don't think so, is like this one right here. But other than that, like all these other shades I do have in other palettes. It is a very pretty palette. I've used this palette quite a few times when I first got it, and I liked the eyeshadow looks. I don't know, I kind of forgot I had this in my collection. It also came with the brush. The brush is really good. I actually use it a lot. I also have the Juvia's Place Masquerade Mini. I think, yeah, this is a Masquerade Mini palette. And my parents actually got this for me for my birthday earlier this year. And I really like it. This is such a pretty palette. It's very different, and this is actually my only palette that I own from this brand, and it's very, very good. I actually want to go get some more. This teal right here, these blues, just very, very pretty. Okay, so the next eyeshadow palette I have here is actually one of my favorite palettes that I've currently bought. I've just been super obsessed, and it's the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Thirsty palette. This palette screams summer to me so much. Got a lot of like neon colors. What made me fall in love the most with is this row right here. So these are shimmer shades, but I think they're pressed pigments, and when you apply them, girl, like it takes your eyeshadow look to the next level. They're way better than like a regular just shimmer shade. These actually, like when you apply them to your eyes, it looks like you applied glitter. I've actually used these right here. I still want to use the silver, but I've used pretty much all of the shimmery shades. You do get a lot of fallout though with this, so I always, whenever I use this palette, I always do my eyes first and then my foundation, because then you have little specks of glitter all over your face. I definitely recommend this palette if you've been eyeing this. I have the Huda Beauty Desert Dust palette, and packaging wise this palette is gorgeous, so you guys can tell. I've used it a couple times on the eyes, and I have been in love every time I use it. If you're into the whole like purple, red, orangey vibes, you're really gonna love this. I just had to mention this one too. So the next palette I have here is a Morphe 25A Copper Spice palette. I already hit pan in these two shades just because they're obviously my favorite to start off an eye look with. Like the shimmer shades in this palette, they're so pigmented. You don't even need fixed plus. Freaking love this. It's such a gorgeous palette. And I think this is perfect for fall too, because you have a lot of like purples, browns, golds. I actually reach for this palette a lot for work. When I go to work and I want to get ready, I reach for this palette. Maybe that's why it's really messy. Even the packaging is like really messy. The last eyeshadow palettes that I have, I just recently bought them, and it's the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe Vault collection, and I did get all 4 of them here. And I'm just gonna kind of go through them really quickly because I do want to do a tutorial using each palette, and I kind of want to do like a little review. So the first one I have here is the one I actually used today on my eyes, and it's the Ring the Alarm palette. It's just a very beautiful warm tone palette. It has purples, oranges. I have the Bling Boss palette, and this is more of like the purpley palette here. So as you guys can see, it's just very pretty purples. And then in the Vault you also get the Armed and Gorgeous palette. It's actually one of my favorites. So this one really screams fall to me, maybe because of the greens, the oranges, the mustardy yellow. So there's that one. And then last but not least, I have the Dark Magic palette. I haven't used this one though, but it's just a very cool tone palette. You get some dark greens, some grays. Okay guys, so that pretty much completes my eyeshadow palette collection for the year 2018. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I had a lot of palettes to talk about, but hopefully you guys stay till the end of the video. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and if you liked it, please give this video a thumbs up. And other than that, you guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.